In the summer of 1915, Dr. Carter G. Woodson joined thousands of Black people in the nation's capital to participate in a 3-week celebration of the end of slavery. The people had gathered there to not only celebrate the end of slavery, but also to celebrate the 50 years of progress that Black people had made in a time there since. One of the things that Dr. Woodson noticed during that window of time was how intense the demand was for people to learn about Black history. So he created an organization, the Association for the Study of Negro Life and History, as a means in which to create scholarship around Black people and have a scientific way of studying Black life in America. Over time, he realized that the organization had a greater purpose as well, to create a broader celebration of Black history in America. And so they began to encourage other people and other institutions to celebrate Black history. They sent out a press release, and on February 7th of 1926, they began a celebration of what they then called Negro History Week, which has now morphed into Black History Month. Carter G. Woodson picked February because Black people were already celebrating Black history in February. They were celebrating Frederick Douglass's birthday and President Lincoln's birthday, which so happened to be close in proximity to each other. And so what Carter G. Woodson did was encourage people to celebrate Black history during a time Black people were already celebrating. In a time there since, Black History Month has grown into a more expansive celebration that is now recognized federally as a time that we celebrate the life, the accomplishments of Black people in America, and see that Black history is more than just celebrating the end of slavery, but about the broader humanity and the dignity of people who were people before they were made to be property. Why do we as a church celebrate it? We as a church celebrate it for a multitude of reasons. As my good friend and theologian Ekemini Uwen will say, the Revelator John in Revelation noticed that when he saw people in heaven, he saw a great multitude of every tribe, nation, and language. That means we don't lose the distinctiveness of who we are once we go into glory. God recognizes us as he created us, and that's worth celebrating. We particularly celebrate it within the context of the United States because that humanity and dignity of people of African descent was robbed and denied of them for so much of our nation's history. So we now join in the broader celebration of Black people who are now being recognized as people created in the image of God. And then also, many of the heroes of history are also heroes of the faith. People like Harriet Tubman, Ida B. Wells Barnett, Frederick Douglass, the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and scores of other people saw a connection between their faith and their advocacy for humanity. And so with that, we are proud to celebrate Black History Month and participate in the 100th anniversary of what we now refer to as Black History Month.